Greetings and welcome to another impressions video here at Words About Games, and today we're going to be looking at Children of Morta. Children of Morta is a top-down roguelike action RPG that puts players in the role of the Bergson family, 3 generations of relatives who live in a large house in the middle of nowhere. They're also a family of heroes who stand guard at the base of the mountain of Morta and must embark on a perilous quest when corruption begins to cover the land. I really dig the themes and story beats Children of Morta plays with. While the overarching narrative is an epic quest to save the land from encroaching darkness, this is also a well-realised family drama. The Bergsons are a fully fleshed out family, with everything that entails. They fight and disagree, but they also pull together when it matters. And above all, they love each other, even if they can drive each other a little crazy sometimes. They're incredibly believable as a family because of all this, and Children of Morta's writing leans heavily into this. This game is as much about the bonds between the people who love each other as it is about fighting evil. And because both sides of the story are given equal footing, and because the writing is so strong, Children of Morta is a much stronger experience for it. One of the things that makes Children of Morta's story particularly strong and helps set it apart from other roguelikes is that between each run, you're guaranteed some small snippet of story, whether you win or lose. Normally in a roguelike that has a story focus, you need to beat the next boss or clear a dungeon before the story advances. Here, the story is always advancing, even if you fall in the second room. This approach to story structure makes the game a lot more approachable, keeping the narrative moving even if you're having a tough time with the game itself. Children of Morta is an approachable game all round. While there's certainly a decent level of challenge that will require you to level up your characters and learn enemy and boss attack patterns, the game's missions are helpfully broken up into shorter bursts. Rather than tasking you with trying to successfully run through the entire game in a single life, as is more traditional of a roguelike, Children of Morta breaks itself up into more manageable chunks. Missions see you tackling a smaller handful of levels on your way to each area's end boss, and once defeated, you're sent back to the Bergson's house for more story and more leveling before throwing yourself into the next area. It's a welcome tweak to the formula, letting me focus on beating one smaller section of the game at a time, rather than on perfecting a run through the whole thing, safe in the knowledge that my progress won't reset to 0 if I make a mistake or get stuck on a tricky encounter. It also helps keep things feeling fresh, constantly giving players new areas to explore, enemies to fight, and bosses to test yourself against. The core gameplay loop is tight and satisfying, with a variety of classes available for different playstyles that slowly unlock. Whether you're a fan of fast-paced aggression, tank characters, ranged characters, magic users, or more, there's something here for you to sink your teeth into. It's also fairly easy to get to grips with. It didn't take me long to feel like I was actually getting good at the game, and within around half an hour, I was pretty confident in my ability to handle whatever it was throwing at me. Even when I'm facing down huge swarms of enemies, I feel like I can handle it. It's a challenge, sure, but one I can manage. It helps that progression is quite fast-paced. Children of Morta features a mix of temporary and permanent character progression. During a run, you'll find special abilities and single-use totems and items that last for a single level, but you'll also be collecting gold to spend on more permanent upgrades to things like your movement speed, attack power, HP and more, as well as ability points that help you unlock buffs to your chosen character's abilities. The former of those are all universal and affect all of the Bergsons, so if you buy an HP upgrade, all of the characters will get a benefit from it, which helps keep them relevant as the game goes on, allowing you to focus on one character, but still allow you to switch things up should you feel like it. Children of Morta is a fine action roguelike, with a welcome focus on accessibility. The core combat is solid and is fairly easy to quickly get to grips with. The story is fairly gripping, mixing a compelling and realistic family drama with a world-saving fantasy epic to create an excellent narrative. And thanks to the pacing of the story beats and progression, as well as the way the game breaks its missions into more manageable chunks, you'll constantly feel like you're making progress in one way or another, which makes Children of Morta a game that can be quite difficult to put down. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave us a comment, like, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've got tons of awesome videos coming every week, including review impressions, indie game of the week, debate-driven top 5 lists, video essays, and our weekly podcast where we discuss games, gaming culture, and the games industry. We also stream 3 times a week at twitch.tv/wordsaboutgames. But most importantly, have a fantastic day.